Prepping for recycling, Action Series Module 3. Recycling only works if the materials are clean and sorted, but most people either overdo it or underdo it or give up because it feels overwhelming. Prepping doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Once you know a few simple tricks, you can make recycling almost automatic. No extra stress, no fancy gadgets, no massive mess in your kitchen. This class focuses on the universal basics, what will work for almost anyone, anywhere, and can solve 90% of the problems most people face. The goal isn't perfection, it's a simple, easy system that you can actually use. So why does this matter? If recycling isn't prepped properly, if it's dirty, mixed, or piled wrong, it often doesn't get recycled at all. One greasy container can contaminate an entire batch, sending thousands of pounds of good material straight to a landfill. Prepping keeps the cycle intact, reduces pollution, and makes sure your effort actually helps the planet instead of wasting it. Chaos breeds avoidance. A messy, confusing recycling setup feels like a chore, which most people give up on. A simple, clear prep routine takes away that background stress. You know exactly what to do, and it's fast. Less clutter, fewer smells, fewer "am I doing this right" moments, just calm, repeatable action. The big three, plus 2 bonus tips. 1. Wash smart, not perfect. 2. Sort for sanity. 3. Store without clutter. And the bonus tips, freeze the gross stuff and use what you have. Recycling prep does not have to be complicated. There are 3 simple habits that make up almost all of what you need to know. Once you mastered these, you've already done 90% of the work. Then, if you want to go a step further or avoid the most common annoyances, there are 2 bonus tricks. They're optional, but once you try them, you'll never go back. I know I sure didn't. Wash smart, not perfect. Rinse, don't scrub. A quick swish of the water is enough. You don't need to treat recycling as if it's your fine china. It doesn't have to sparkle. You just need to get the obvious food, grease, and liquid out so it doesn't contaminate the other stuff. The easiest way, rinse it while you're already doing the dishes. Use that last bit of soapy water in your sink, swish it around, dump it, shake it, done. If an empty item is so dirty that it would take scrubbing, soaking, or a full dishwasher cycle, stop right there. It's not worth it. Toss it, or better yet, avoid buying that type of packaging next time. Swish and shake. Fill it with a tiny bit of water, cover the opening with your hand, swish, pour it out, shake it once. If it looks good, smells fine enough to keep in your kitchen, it's clean enough to recycle. Sort for sanity. Keep one main bin plus a small hold bin for weird items. Separate glass if required in your region. Keep lids off. You don't need a complicated sorting station to recycle well. Start simple. Have one main bin for the usual stuff and a small hold bin for the things that you're not sure about. That alone cuts down the mess and the mental work. If your city separates glass or certain items, keep just a small box or a bag for that. Done. And yes, you can make it look good without spending money. Cover a cardboard box with leftover wrapping paper, stick a label on it, or repurpose an old basket. Pretty is motivating, and it doesn't have to cost a cent. One big bin for the usual, one little bin for the weird. Done. Store without clutter. A recycling system isn't just about where you keep it, it's about keeping it moving. Often when we let recycle bins pile up, we start to resent the process and it feels overwhelming. Pick one small, consistent spot for storage, like under the sink, a laundry room, or balcony, and stick to it. Flatten boxes, take apart multi-material items, and avoid overflow. Build a routine by tying your recycling drop-off or curbside pickup to something you already do. Garbage day is perfect. Empty your recycling area the night before or morning of, and if some items need to go to a depot or bottle return, make it part of your regular errands. The less build-up, the less mental drag. Small bin plus a set routine equals no overflow and no excuses. Bonus, freeze the gross stuff. Want to make recycling and sorting your organics completely odor-free? Use your freezer. Any container that's sticky, smelly, or that you don't have time to rinse, like meat trays, yogurt cups, or sauce jars, toss them into a bag in your freezer. On recycling day, take them out, do a quick rinse, super easy because the water thaws it in a flash, and they're fresh. No smell, no fruit flies, no ugh, I'll deal with this later. And if you compost, this hack is a lifesaver too. I'm obsessed with it. Freezer first equals no smell, 0 bugs, and 0 excuses. Second bonus tip, use what you have and make it look awesome. You don't need to buy fancy bins. Just look around your house. Old boxes, laundry baskets, paper bags, they all work perfectly. And if you want your setup to feel nicer, just dress it up. Cover a box in fabric from a cool old t-shirt you're about to donate, or a dress that doesn't fit anymore but has that fabulous fabric. Add a label or a stencil. Even a strip of tape in a bright color makes it look more intentional. The better your system looks, the more likely you might be to stick to it, and the more it feels like a part of your home instead of a pile in the corner. Make it easy, make it yours. When your system feels good, you're probably more likely to use it. Mindset reset. Prepping doesn't have to be a project. It should feel as easy as brushing your teeth. The goal is to make it so automatic that you don't even think about it. Step 1, quick rinse, shake, done. No scrubbing, no soaking, no guilt. Step 2, flatten and stack to save space. Neat piles make you feel on top of it instead of buried in it. Step 3, pick one storage spot. Keep it small, easy to reach, and make it look at least decent. Something you don't mind seeing every day. When a system looks good, you're more likely to use it. And here's the key, build the routine. Tie recycling to something you already do. After dinner dishes, before garbage day, or when you take out the trash. When it's a part of another habit, it doesn't feel like an extra chore. Extra quick prep tips, non-food items. You'll notice most of these tips involve food containers. That's because food residue is the #1 reason recycling gets rejected. Paper, cardboard, plastics, they're easy if they're clean. It's the yogurt tubs, takeout trays, and pizza boxes that cause 90% of the mess. If you can master food-related prep, the rest of your recycling pretty much takes care of itself. But prepping for recycling doesn't stop at yogurt tubs and pizza boxes. There are lots of non-food items that either make your bin cleaner or jam up the entire system if you skip a step. The good news is that non-food prep is usually easier. It's less about rinsing and more about quick actions to keep your bin efficient and make your recycling actually recyclable. Separate mixed materials. If a box has a plastic window, like a pasta or toy box, tear the plastic out. Bubble mailers, rip the paper off the plastic, recycle the paper side and trash the rest. Best practice, one item equals one material. If you can't separate it, it probably isn't recyclable. Then remove the small parts. Caps, lids, pumps, metal clips, they often have different rules than the container or object themselves. A quick twist, quick toss, or save it for the specialty recycling if your area has it. Flatten and break down. Cardboard and large plastic bottles take up huge amounts of space if you leave them whole. Flattening prevents overflow and makes your bin look neat, so you're more likely to keep up with it. Shake out the hidden stuff. Packaging often has paper, foam, or tiny plastic inside. Shake them out or pull them apart so you're not sending mystery bundles into the stream. Then keep it loose. Never bag your recycling. Bags get caught in the machinery and usually go straight to the landfill. Toss everything in loose and the facility can sort it out. Next time you open a box or unwrap packaging, notice how many different materials are in one simple product. Could you separate them in under 10 seconds? Kind of a fun game. Quick wins for real change. Don't wait for the perfect system, just start. Set up one bin and a small box for the weird stuff. Try the freezer trick tomorrow, it's a game changer. And this week, pay attention to which items always trip you up. If they're a pain to clean or store, maybe they're not worth buying. The fewer hard to recycle things you bring home, the easier your life and your recycling becomes.